The next question goes like this. There is, you can see in that picture, there is a quadrilateral ABCD, right? Then in that LM is drawn parallel to CB and LN is drawn parallel to CD. In that case, we have to prove that AM by AB is equal to AN by AD. So what is to be proved? Let me write down here. We should prove AM by AB is equal to AN by AD. Let us see how we can do that. To start the proof, first let us have a look at one part of the triangle, that is ABC. This is ABC, and you have LM which is parallel to CB. Okay, this is given, LM parallel to CB. Now if I rotate this, it will somewhat looks like this. This is my A, goes up, okay, and this will be L and this will be C. If you rotate this, okay, BC will become the base. I am taking BC as the base here, then this will be M. Now it somewhat looks like we can apply the BPT easily. We can directly apply here. Some of us find it very difficult to imagine the shape there. So to just to compare with the BPT, you can even turn your page, turn your writing sheet and check that this shape exists there. Okay, once you get this, now it is very easy. You can apply AL by CL is equal to AM by BM. Okay, that's fine. That is first part by second part. Or as the extension we had seen, we can also say first part upon full is equal to first part upon full. That also is helpful. But in the proof, what is required? In the required part is AM by AB, means AM is the first part, AB is the full part. So we are in need of the first part by full part. So keeping this in mind, we will apply that extension of the theorem. Okay, they have not called it as corollary in the book, but you could do that. Okay, it could be treated like a corollary. Now as a result from the same theorem, I am going to apply that here. By applying, we know that what do we know? We know AL by AC, AL upon AC is equal to AM upon AB, AM upon AB. I would like to remind you once more, it is not the first part by second part, it is more like first part upon full. I have applied that. Now, reason is because we have drawn LM parallel to CB. The line LM is parallel to CB. If this was not there, if they don't give that parallel lines, you cannot apply basic proportionality theorem. So since they have given this parallel part, we have applied this. I'll call this equation 1. Let it be. Now let us look at the lower half of one more part of the diagram, that is another triangle ADC. If you look at the lower half of that quadrilateral, it gives you another triangle, that is ADC. What is ADC? See, ADC in that, it is a half part of that quadrilateral given, and here again LN is given as parallel to CD. So if I rotate this triangle such that A is here, C is here, D is here, I'll take DC as the base. Okay, you could rotate it clockwise. So what you will get? ADC is the triangle and NL comes somewhat like this. It's not an exact diagram, I have just drawn a rough diagram here. Now if LN is parallel to DC, again by applying the same idea what we applied for the previous, similarly we can say similarly if we apply here first part upon full part, right? So AN upon AD, this is what we need. One more part of the proof we require is this, to find this AN upon AD. So AN upon AD is equal to what? AL, that is first part is AL, full part is AC. AL upon AC. Why can you say this? Because they have given LN is parallel to CD. LN is parallel to CD. This is also given. So since these two things are given, we can say that, now I'll call this equation 2. We can say that AN by AD is equal to AL by AC. Now if you compare equation 1 and 2, look here, isn't something common in both? Yes. See, the right hand side here, this is equal to AL by AC. Here the left hand side AN by AD is also equal to AL by AC. Since both of them are equal to AL upon AC, by applying axiom 1, things which are equal to the same things must be equal to one another. If you apply that, we can safely say that from 1 and 2, I'll better write that part, from equation 1 and 2, we can say AM by AB is equal to AN by AD. This is required proof.